Hi, this is Steve from North Plains Public Library, and I wanted to share with you something on Kanopy that you may be interested in exploring, which is world cinema. As a matter of fact, you can find some of the greatest classics of world cinema on Kanopy, and I'm going to highlight 6 of them for you today from 3 different directors. A place to start if you're not familiar with the classics of world cinema, that is foreign films, international films. Watching these movies, you will be familiarizing yourself with some of the greatest, most famous films of the Golden Age, which is roughly from the early 50s to the late 60s. For your convenience, I created a playlist that includes all 6 films that I'm discussing in the following video. You can find it on Kanopy. The link is included in the description of this video. The first director that I want to highlight for you is from Italy, Federico Fellini. You can watch on Kanopy one of his earlier films and one of his later films. The first one being La Strada from 1954. It's a tragic story about some people in a traveling circus, and you will recognize a couple of actors in it, one of whom is Anthony Quinn. 8 1/2 is a film from later in Fellini's career, 1963, and it concerns a director who is making a science fiction film and is also bearing up under the pressures of life and relationships. The movie contains a lot of dream sequences, flashbacks, and fantasies. It's a very free-flowing, stream of consciousness type of movie, and became one of the most influential foreign films of the 1960s. The second director I want to highlight for you is Akira Kurosawa from Japan, the great master director. Probably his most famous film is Seven Samurai from 1954. This is an amazing movie and well worth your time. It's long. In Kanopy, it's actually in 2 different parts, so it's going to count as 2 of your movie selections. But I really think it's worth it. It's dramatic, it's funny, and it's exciting. And it is truly a masterpiece of cinema. A few years before he made Seven Samurai, he came to world attention through his film Rashomon. And Rashomon is a fascinating film that tells the story of a crime through the eyes of 4 different witnesses who actually give 4 very different accounts of the same event. The third director I want to highlight for you is from Sweden, Ingmar Bergman. He made also another very famous movie in 1957 called The Seventh Seal. You've no doubt seen pictures from it, particularly the main character playing chess with death on the beach. The Seventh Seal tells the story of a knight who's just returned from the Crusades and is traveling around the country, meeting different people, and trying to make sense of life and of death after having experienced traumatic violence and cruelty in his travels.
Men jag lämnar inga uppskov.
Du spelar ju schack, inte sant?
Hur vet du det?
Ja. Jag har sett det på målningar och hört i visorna.
Ja, jag är verkligen en ganska skicklig schackspelare.
Du kan ändå inte vara skickligare än jag.
Varför vill du spela schack med mig?
Det är min sak.
Det har du rätt i.
Villkoret är att jag får leva så länge jag står dig emot. Spelar jag dig matt, förger du mig.
In 1957, Bergman also made a movie called Wild Strawberries. It's also a reflection on life and death, but this time it's told through the eyes of an elderly man who is reaching the end of his life. If you haven't seen any of these movies before, I think any and all of them are worth your while. They'll take a little more effort to read the subtitles and get used to a slower moving storytelling style, but they're visually stunning, they're well acted, they're innovative, and very creative in the way that they tell their stories, and they touch on very important themes, universal to the human condition. I hope you enjoy them.